It's that time for college football camps to begin. And if you have not signed up for a college football camp as of yet, what you waiting on? Let me tell you something. There's going to be a lot of athletes out there looking to get an opportunity to continue their collegiate football careers. And the million-dollar question you have to ask yourself is, are you prepared to get in front of these coaches and do the things that you need to do so that you're productive out there within those camps for these college coaches to say they want to put you on their list for you to become a part of their program? Well, guys, I'm going to give you a couple of things that could help you get through the camp experience. And I'm going to show you some of these camps that's going to be available that you may want to check out and get yourself signed up for if you're in the area to get there. I know a lot of you out there may be financially challenged as far as we're trying to get to these camps, but I'm going to try and give you multiple camps or show you multiple camps that you could possibly attend that may be in your area or close by where you're not spending a boatload of money trying to get there, but it's going to allow you to get opportunities because there's going to be a lot of eyes that's going to be on you. So we're going to talk about all of that right after this. Favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in the free to tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get on in this thing. Because they're like, Coach, what you got brewing over there? Well, check this out, guys. I'm looking at a lot of these camps that's coming up for a lot of the athletes out there that are looking for an opportunity to possibly get yourself situated so that you can get your get an opportunity to get a scholarship or get a possible POW, which is a PWO, preferred walk-on. There's a lot of you athletes out there that's looking to get yourselves in front of coaches to get your names in their databases to be considered as a possible future athlete for their programs. And a lot of you may not understand exactly which direction you need to go or how to go about getting yourselves there, but you got to understand one thing. There's going to be a lot of camps that's going to happen right now. This is the end of May. This is when camp season begins, and now's the time to put your best foot forward. I'm sure a lot of you out there are looking at possible destinations that you want to attend to get into these camps so that you can be seen by coaches, so that you can, kind of bolster up your resume as far as camps that you went to and people that you were able to get in front of to consider you as a possible candidate of playing for their programs. And I just want to give you I want to give you a rundown on some things that you want to remember and consider when you get to these camps and basically how continue your college football career. Now, there's several, like I said before, there's several camps coming up. There's going to be a lot of athletes out there on the field. They're going to be competing. As you can see here, this is just a clip of athletes out there on the field as the camp is getting started, when the coach is out there giving instructions as far as things that's going on and stuff that they're going to require from the athletes as far as like grades and things of that nature. And I know a lot of you out there, you're pretty smart, right? So we ain't got to worry about you and grades. We know daggone well your grades is on point and you got things that are in place so that you can be considered one of those athletes that they want to recruit. Now, keep in mind this. There were some changes as far as after the pandemic happened. If you don't remember, you have to have a 2.5 or better to be considered for a college football scholarship. Now, if that's something that you don't have, you may want to you might want to stop this video right now and get your tail in summer school, because you got to make sure if your grades ain't right, hey, guess what? Them coaches ain't going to talk to you out there on the field. They'll talk to you. But once they get that NCAA number on your behind and go in there and check out them grades and see, whoa, the grades ain't right, we can't talk to them, we got to move on, you're going to be a sad puppy. You're going to be upset and mad. But guess what? You have no one to blame but yourself. But we're going to keep on moving, though. Now, here's a few things I want you to understand. Because like I stated before, listen, one thing y'all going to understand about Coach, I'm going to give you the real. I'm not going to sit here and play no games with you. I'm not going to pull no punches. I'm not going to sit here and boo-hoo cry about it. We're going to find a way to make sweet lemonade out of sour lemons if it comes to that point. But right now, you have an opportunity to make a way out of nowhere. And here we're going to do it. Now, one thing for certain is this. With all of the camps that you've seen that I've showed you thus far, that's coming up, make sure you stand out in the camp. You want to be seen by the coaches as one of those ones that, hey, this kid here, he can hustle. I ain't talking about just in the drills where you out there, you're doing calisthenics. You the loudest cat out there on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we ain't trying to, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one-on-one drills. I'm talking about the drills where you got to get in the dirt and get nasty with this thing. Listen, there's not going to be any ducking and diving going on in this thing, okay? You're going to have to make sure that you're willing to put your best foot forward, draw your line in the sand, and let everybody know, hey, listen, I'm here to get me a position. I'm here to be looked at as the future of someone's football program. The only way you're going to be able to do that, you got to make sure that you're out there doing the things that you need to do. I know a lot of you are going to be top stars coming from your area. One thing I want you to understand is this. Even though you may be a top star in the area which you come from, you might be playing at a school that might be one of those lower region schools in which you are a big fish in a very small pond. Well, what happens when you become the big fish in the bigger pond? That's what they want to see. They want to see if you're going to sink or swim. And in this instance, you got to go ahead and bubble up and come to the top. Because if you don't, guess what? They're going to pass you by. Now, number 2, as I stated before, and number 1, you got to compete against the best. The best of the best. You want to get up there, iron sharpens iron. Sometimes that's going to require for athletes to go up against bigger athletes that play in a position that they may like, say, for instance, a receiver and a defensive back. If you are a, say, 5'11" defensive back, you're going up against a 6'3" receiver, hey, that's something that you're going to see on the big level. So they want to see exactly how are you going to stack up against this kid. Make sure you go out there and do the things that you need to do that can be productive. And I mean, it's not going to always be right because you got to have something there for the coaches to be able to coach up. So just make sure you got, your footwork and everything on point for you to do the things that's required of you out there on the field. And let it, just let it all play out for itself. Don't get in your head. Don't get confused thinking that, oh man, I'm going against this 6'3" guy. They're going to mess around. They're going to tell me they don't want me because I'm too small. Listen, there's been a lot of small defensive backs out there on the field, and they made some big money playing in the NFL. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Now, number 3, be coachable. Like I stated before, you might make mistakes out there in drills, or might make mistakes in one-on-ones. If you're pulled aside and they ask you to, consider changing up your stance or changing up, certain things that you do with your footwork, take this step instead of doing that step. Listen to what they have to say and make the necessary adjustments so that it's beneficial to you. Number 4, once camp is over, once camp is over, you go over to the coaches, you speak to them as far as, trying to get information to keep in contact with them, build a relationship outside of the camp itself. Be able to sit down and have conversation with them via social media, or if you need to call them. Why? Because that works in your favor. That shows that, 1, you can relate. You can have conversations. You can speak as far as being able to have a conversation with the coach to get a better understanding of what the program is offering, okay? Because in the long run, you're going to have to sit down and really get your questions and everything together to be able to ask the coaches as far as how are you going to fit into their program. You're going to need to look at their depth chart and see what's going on. And from there, you can make the necessary decisions to see if this is somewhere you want to go. Okay, I'm jumping ahead with a couple of things because I just want you to understand exactly what is all on the table here. But another thing I want you to understand is that the coach pulls you aside and talk to you about possibly contacting you later on for, to send you some information about their program. That doesn't mean you got a letter of intent, okay? That does not mean you have now got a letter of intent to attend that college. That letter of intent, which they don't even do those anymore, you're going to end up getting a contract. That contract, you'll probably see that contract get to your senior year, and it's time for you to sign on the dotted line. That's when you'll know what your contract is as far as what the university or colleges offer you to continue your collegiate football career. Last thing, if you have not done so already, this goes back to number 4. They can't offer you anything if you don't have an NCAA clearinghouse number. So make sure you register with the NCAA clearinghouse. That is the most important thing that you need to do. Also, make sure that your grades are on point because, again, that 2.5, if it's not there, guess what? You can't get out there on the field and practice. So it's going to be kind of hectic for athletes to really figure out exactly what it is that they're going to do. And I'm sure they're going to make some more changes because the NCAA is making changes as far as how everything's going to work with the NIL. So that's something else that we're going to talk about also in the next show. Make sure you come back, check out what's going on. Also, last thing, make sure your social media is on point. Don't have Stank Booty at Stank Booty 27.55, on Twitter or X or Instagram, and you got all these wild pictures and stuff up on your page that these coaches are gonna be looking at. Guess what? That's gonna be a red flag. They're gonna look away from you, and they're gonna move on to somebody else. And the last thing, if you already have film, make sure your film is no more than 2.5 minutes on your huddle page. Put your best clips forward, and put your best clips at the beginning, making sure that the coaches see that first. You want that film to jump out at these coaches so that they want to pick you and bring you into their program. And I'm saying that to those athletes that may be seniors that did not get recruited for anybody, or if they did get recruited by someone, they're looking for a better situation to take their talents to. So all I'm simply saying is this: make sure you have everything in place so that you're able to get yourself in the best position. But guys, those are some of the things I just wanted to share with you to let you know, hey, look, these camps is coming up. Make sure you get your behinds there to these camps. Sign up. Get yourself in front of these coaches. Put your best foot forward. Don't go out there playing around. Don't blow your opportunity, because guess what? First impression is your best impression. So make sure you get out there and give your best impression the first time these coaches see you behind out there on their field. But guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. We're going to talk about some other things later on. I'm going to put some other stuff up behind the paywall on the channel. So if you haven't become a member, make sure you become a member so that we can get some things situated for you, so that you have all of the necessary tools for you to get that scholarship and be successful. But guys, Coach will go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.